Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are still working on Henry IV Part 2, still in what the folio calls Act 4, Scene 1, but a lot of other versions now would put us in Act 4, Scene 3, so things are getting a little crazy here. And it's because at the end of the last scene, where Prince John sort of tricked the rebels into getting their army to stand down, and then he arrested the Archbishop of York. Why do I have so many problems saying that word, Archbishop? So he and his immediate followers were arrested, and John is like, yeah, I said that the king would listen to your grievances. I didn't say that you weren't going to spend some time in a jail cell for being traitors. So now we're a little bit later in the scene, or it becomes scene 4-3, depending on what version you're reading. It starts off with Falstaff entering and running into a Sir John Colville of the Dale, who was one of the rebels, and he just kind of runs up and he's like, I surrender, like everybody's gone, I surrender. And Falstaff was like, haha, I have taken you prisoner. And then Prince John enters and is like, Falstaff, where you been? Because you kind of missed the whole thing and you're more trouble than you're worth. And Falstaff says, I would be sorry, my lord, but it should be thus. I never knew yet, but rebuke and check was the reward of valor. Do you think me a swallow, an arrow, or a bullet? Have I, in my poor old motion, the expedition of thought? I have speeded hither with the very extremest inch of possibility. I have foundered 90 and odd posts, and here, travel tainted as I am, have in my pure and immaculate valor taken Sir John Colville of the Dale, a most furious knight and valorous enemy. But what of that? He saw me and yielded, that I may justly say with a hooked-nosed fellow of Rome, I came, saw, and overcame. So yeah, Falstaff once again thinks that he is awesome, even though he's not really, because it doesn't take anything to capture a man who says, I yield. But he's claiming that he overthrew him, which he didn't really do. And yeah, we get to hear from him a little bit more because Prince John is not really impressed with this whole thing. He goes to Sir John Colville and he's like, so really, like, he bested you? And Colville was like, well, basically I ran away because the rest of the army did, and then I saw him and thought I should put my hands up. And Sir John was like, yep. And then we get to hear from Falstaff again tomorrow, toward the end of this scene, a nice, lovely, long monologue that, yeah, I'm not going to give you too much of a preview of because we'll get into it tomorrow, and I will see you then. Mwah.